Thank you, Dr. Malini. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So first of all, on behalf of ASCII, I would like to welcome all the city officials, state officials, as well as development partners, and most importantly, the innovators who have great ideas. And today we are going to listen from them what they're up to and how their ideas can really solve some of our problems from a citizen's perspective as well as from city leadership perspective. First of all, also I would like to thank Mr. Sodhi from the UNDP leadership team to collaborate with us in putting together this very useful and timely program of bringing cities as well as innovators together so that there are cross-pollination of ideas, these ideas going into the city and getting scaled up. So in this context, I won't take much time. I would rather have innovators to speak and give more time after the keynote speech by Shri Rajeshwara Gauru from Additional Secretary from Niti Aayog. It's actually leading the circular economy concepts in Niti Aayog at the national level. So Suchi, can you share my slide deck? Just 2 slides, 2 or 3 slides. Otherwise, I have to share the. Should I share my screen? Did you get my slide deck? Can anybody help?
Yes, sir. Just give me a second, sir.
Yeah. If you have difficulty, I can share, Suchi. It's not very difficult. So should I go ahead or are you doing it?
Sir, I really just want.
So before Suchi put together, let me just explain a little bit of the process we followed. This whole program, from my understanding, is for cities, and that's why the ASCII's role comes into the picture, because we have the ability to convene cities. So as Dr. Malini said, 75% of the audience are from city leadership, city governments. Now, our idea is, when we work with cities, when we interact with cities, the biggest challenge we notice is a huge inertia, a huge information gap with regard to solutions. In fact, many of them reach out to us that for actually helping them to solve their problems, be it water supply, be it fecal waste management, or be it plastics. So today's program is primarily aimed for cities, and I request all of you, those who are coming from city governments at a different levels, it doesn't matter which level you are in, to take advantage of this innovators on this panels, in this discussion, interact with them and reach out to them after this event so that they can probably help address some of your contemporary problems, some of your real issues confronting you. So in this context, I thought I would just share some of our ideas of why we think this, this particular format of learning from each other is super important. I'm calling this as innovations in plastic waste management. Next slide, please. So today what I did is, I wanted to communicate a story to you. So I got up in the morning and said, I thought I would do an audit of my own self. And this is the audit exercise. So friends, this is, don't look at my personal story, my personal belongings, but I'm bringing to you my personal belongings, spending about 10 minutes of my time this morning. So my journey starts with plastics. I start with, you can see plastics on the extreme left side. And then I light my day with plastic switches. Then I clean myself and I do a little bit of meditation and yoga on a plastic mat. And then because of COVID, I have to use a lot of, sanitizers and hygiene products. So even my sanitizer is in a plastic bottle. And my hygiene routine begins and it's full of plastics. Then I spend a little bit of time in gardening my little space, balcony. And that's also I realized that it's full of plastics. And I have to take, I have reached a certain age. My medicine kit is also made of plastics. And my whole life revolves around technology and IT. And I realized that all my gadgets are full of plastics. And before coming here, I need a cup of coffee. And then I realized that my milk is also filled in a sachet of plastic sachet of a different form. And my kitchen, everything is plastic. So I was totally shocked to see how plastics has invaded our life on a day-to-day basis. And I'm sure this is going to be, or this is actually the life of practically every individual. And my day is going to end with another set of plastics. This is not a great story. There is an increasing dependence on plastics in our daily life. And this is not only me. I mean, let me tell you, all these pictures are not my pictures. I've sourced from different places of my friends. So there's a slight disclaimer, but some of them are my pictures. So having said that, next slide. There is going to be increasing dependence on plastic in our daily life. Is it a good story? Yeah, I mean, it's safe. It's in the context of e-commerce, it is perceived to be a little more safer. It's packaged well. It's convenient. No doubt about it. Next slide. However, the challenge is about my convenience becomes your problem. Dr. Malini has presented this picture. My comfort has become your problem. My convenience, my luxury, my lifestyle is getting transferred to you. And you have to be mindful of that. And as city leaders, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to externalize my convenience to your environmental concern, your service delivery concerns, and you have to be super clear about it. Here I'm speaking as a citizen, and I'm actually creating problems to you because I have to sort of live in a particular lifestyle, in a particular comfort. Now, what do we do about it? How do we, from your perspective, what do I do? Next slide. There is a big challenge before us. The challenge is this plastic stuff have short lifespan at my house. A toothpaste, a toothbrush, to big plastic, small thing, different varieties of plastics. It has a very short lifespan in my control, in my jurisdiction, but it has a very long lifespan in the environment. And that's a big problem. So what are the implications? More and more waste is going to be generated, and more waste is going to be staying in the environment for a long years of time before we, before it gets us, before it actually takes us into a negative spin, like the way pandemic has took us, the whole world, in a negative spin. And hence the business as usual story, the way we are doing, the way we are saying chalne do, will not be actually going to solve a problem. We need to think very, very differently now. Next slide. So this is where the big opportunity for India lies. And this is where I'm so grateful to UNDP. I'm so grateful to all the innovators in this panel. The big advantage India has is that we are a late mover advantage. What is the late mover advantage? That we have just embarking on we are just embarking on urbanization. We are just about 32% urbanized. We are just embarked on adapting this e-commerce culture. We have just embarked on adapting this, sort of accepting plastics in our day-to-day life. There is a fantastic opportunity before this problem becomes monstrous. So there is a good opportunity because we have just begun this journey. Number one, India is one of the finest regulatory framework. If you see, not many countries have exclusive regulatory system. In fact, one of our very senior regulators is going to come, member secretary from PCB, Mr. Yadav. Mr. Vivek is going to speak about it a little bit. We have a good opportunity. We have a good regulatory framework. Many countries have not even thought about. The best part is we have fantastic innovators who are willing to solve our problems as cities. But they are busy solving, they're busy creating innovation. They're not, they don't know how to deal with us. When I say us, I'm talking about cities, city leadership, city governments. They are fantastic in their own sphere of work, but they need to connect. They need to know, they don't know how to really work with all of us. And that's where we need a very strong connection. That's where we need to connect dots, as they say. I'll give you one example, which is my usual, I love this example. In the past, we used to have big boxes. These boxes we used to carry from place to place, from railway station for bags, for carrying our material. And then the wheel was attached to the box only in the last 10 years or 15 years. If you see the boxes, the carry bags that we have, the suitcases, never had wheels in the past. Only in the last 10 to 15 years, somebody thought of connecting the wheel, which is almost like 5,000-year-old technology, to this box, which is there for a long time, but somebody thought of connecting dots. And that's what InkWash platform is all about. Connecting the city practitioners and the innovators so that this wheel gets connected to this box, so that our productivity goes up, our efficiency goes up, our resources will be optimized. And that is where the leadership for circular economy is super important. You as city official, city leader, coming from different parts of the, different cadres, different cities, I think your leadership for circular economy is super important at this stage. In fact, we are going to start a course called Leadership for Circular Economy shortly, hopefully in partnership with UNDP. This is very, very important. Every city leader has to have the leadership qualities for circular economy. So this program is, what we have done is we scanned the whole country by inviting proposals, and we created an advisory group to screen these proposals, and then we picked up, not that other proposals are not good or anything, we picked up very selectively, carefully, about 20 odd, very relevant, very appropriate, and they can go right away live into your cities. You don't need any testing. It is not a laboratory. These are business models. They're not, just scientists. They are actually business persons with great ideas, with great solutions. So that's what is leadership is required at our level, from the city point of view, and from enabling, actors like financing institutions and others' point of view. It's very, very important. So the leadership for circular economy is what we are looking for. And this program is basically a small step in that direction. Now I invite Sodhiji to, a little bit of explain, yes, circular economy kya hota hai, thoda, so that everybody understands what do we mean by circular economy, as well as your work about in UNDP, sir. Over to you.